the world creates waves, and you can either surf the waves or you can drown. That's a big quote. I might have butchered it by Virgil Abloh. Shout out to the GOAT and rest in peace. But in today's video, we're going to explore a massive trend that, as you see, is completely booming, the perfume trend. And we're going to do so by analyzing a brand that is on a pretty awesome trajectory to the moon. So if you are someone that wants to go on a trajectory to the moon, like myself, then this video is going to be really interesting. So the store is called Amouage.com. Now, I know in the title, I'm going to say it's a niche store because it is. When I say Shopify niche store, I mean a literal niche store on Shopify. However, they are much more than that. These guys started, nearly 40 years ago, almost exactly. And they sell in all kinds of locations. So as you see here, I found some data that's pretty interesting. Let me make myself a little bit smaller. Their sales are completely blowing up. So 30% growth in boutique sales, 57% growth this year in e-commerce, which is what we'll dive into, and even 51% growth in travel retail, which is pretty interesting. That's one of the cool things about this category of products is you can sell duty-free in airports and things like that, which are pretty cool. But yeah, the fragrance niche has been absolutely popping off. And I've seen this in TikTok Shop. I've seen this on Amazon. I've seen this on Shopify. And it's pretty interesting. I don't know what it is about it, but people really just want to smell good these days. It's probably something to do with just like biology, right? I think less people are, pairing up. So I think people are trying to find more and more ways to meet a mate. So yeah, let's dive into it, right? So let's take a look at the collections, maybe the best sellers. I always love looking at the best sellers of a store because that tells us what's performing the best. And if you can find out what's performing the best, you can cater some of those learnings to your brand. For myself, just so you know, I'm running a variety of stores and an agency. So a lot of the stuff that we cover in these videos, I'm able to quickly apply to the brands that we have. And this month, hopefully, we'll do our first $1 million month from our own stores. So that's going to be pretty exciting. But the first thing that I want to note is the high average order value. So these are pretty expensive fragrances, right? Like $450. I don't want to say that's crazy because I guess, people are buying it. And I'm guessing there's others that sell pretty similarly priced fragrances, but it is a lot of money, $450. So that's one of the cool things about this niche is that the value is pretty relative. It's pretty subjective, I guess is a better word. It's a very subjective value, so you can kind of price it at whatever you want, which is a really big benefit of this. I don't think it costs anywhere near this, of course, to make this product. The most expensive thing about this product is likely the packaging. So the margins are absolutely massive, but that's not where it ends. This is literally like a supercharged niche because not only are the margins massive, but people, if they like your fragrance, are going to come back to buy more. So it's basically a recurring revenue product, similar to a software, you could say, or some sort of hardware that people have to replenish all the time, or even a supplement, but it's a fragrance. So that's what's really cool. Now, one thing I want to note about this, though, is that it's all super cleanly done. They really don't oversell you. It's just kind of assumed that this is a really, really great, brand. I really like this section right here, the generosity of Amouage. So they really are kind of getting you in the idea of using this as a gift, and what that could look like and feel like. It feels very clean and elegant, which is super cool. And then, they have a travel kit. Yeah, that's pretty much it for their website. It's like actually super simple. I think if you were starting a brand new store around this niche, just in my opinion, I wouldn't do it as simple, of course, because you're not Amouage, at least not yet. I believe in you. But yeah, you got to start somewhere. So I definitely would try to, implement some more, sales tactics like scarcity, bundling, sales. Like, yeah, people love a good sale. And that's just my opinion. Of course, you can do whatever you want. If you want to keep the brand image like pristine or whatever, do you. But one of the great things about running ads, which is the way that I like to grow my Shopify stores is through Meta ads primarily. One of the great things about that is that people will see your ads, but for example, you could hide your let's say you wanted to keep your brand image super clean, but you still wanted to take advantage of a high AOV, salesy type of offer that would work super well with Meta ads, so you can scale your business really fast. You don't have to display that in your store, right? It can be kind of like a back end offer that people only really see through ads. And I think that's a really smart approach. I've been talking to a few clients about that. I'm kind of taking myself out of the agency more and more to focus on our stores. But every now and then I'll do some calls with the clients that we have and kind of mastermind with them or just brainstorm. And that's one of the things that I just talked to one of them about, that I feel like, they really want to keep a great brand image. So it would be a good idea to test out some really cool offers, like value stacked offers in the back end that nobody sees besides people that see it from ads, because they can work so well. We're seeing like 3x returns on ad spend at like 10K a day in spend for US only stores, which I don't know. I don't really know many people doing those numbers in the US alone. So it works, trust me. One thing I forgot to mention real quick is that this brand does use OmniSend as their email marketing solution. So if these guys are doing it, you should do it too. I'm on a mission right now to dethrone Klaviyo. No offense to Klaviyo. We use Klaviyo plenty for some of our clients. However, I'm pushing people to OmniSend. They sent me this beautiful crew neck, and I gotta say, it looks kind of good. It's kind of fire. So yeah, OmniSend, honestly, all jokes aside, is just as good as Klaviyo, but for way less price. So you're getting the same value, but with a cheaper price. And I don't think it's a good idea to compete on price, but let's be honest. These softwares out here, when it comes to e-commerce, are charging an arm and a leg. And right now, I am rooting for OmniSend. I'm rooting for the underdog, and hopefully you are too. So RE30, that should give you 30% off on your OmniSend subscription. And make sure you give them a try. I mean, email marketing is so slept on. It's how a lot of the big e-com businesses make most of their profit. Of course, that's not how I like to approach it. I like to make profit from the first order on Meta too. But if you can do that and make profit from your email marketing, man, you are eating as an e-commerce store owner. So check them out. I'll leave a link somewhere in the description. Now, one of the things that I think is a big missing opportunity for them is they're not running ads. Again, there's 1,000,001 ways to do something, right? There's not just one way to grow your business. You don't need to run ads to grow your business. They are a great example of that. They are growing year over year, month over month, and they're totally crushing it. Their margins are ridiculous, honestly, probably just 50% plus, which is just the dream for e-commerce brands. And they're not running ads on Meta. So, I mean, they have 3 active ads on. So who knows? Maybe they are spending a significant amount of money, like 10K a day or more, on just these ads. But maybe not. Let's see what happens when we click shop now. So yeah, it just takes you to the home page, universal gift collection. Yeah, these just look so beautiful. I love it. But ultimately, they don't need to run that many ads. Although I do think they should, since they are running some ads, they might as well test more ads. But let's see actually how they're doing it. I got my SimilarWeb Pro subscription. They should give me an affiliate link, honestly, because I talk about it a lot. You guys don't need to buy a SimilarWeb Pro subscription, because I have one and I make these videos all the time. So you can just wait for my videos and you can just, subscribe, or if you're on X, you can just follow me, right? But as you see, yeah, they're getting a ton of traffic just organically. Makes sense. They're a very well-renowned brand. They're like I said, they get travel sales. They're everywhere, which is really cool. But let's see. Let's just explore more, right? Let's see what we can find. So, okay, a lot of YouTube traffic. Makes sense. A lot of Instagram traffic. But wow, YouTube is massive. I actually do think I'm sleeping on YouTube when it comes to e-commerce. I mean, I post a lot on YouTube, so I'm taking advantage of YouTube in one way or another, and I love posting YouTube videos. But man, there's definitely a lot of opportunity for e-commerce on YouTube, especially I think now with YouTube Shorts and with Shopify having a partnership with YouTube where you can actually list your products on YouTube videos. So It's a great time to start a brand, especially a creator-led brand, because you can literally link your products in your YouTube videos. I don't think that's exactly what they're doing. They're probably just running a lot of YouTube ads, but then also doing influencer collaborations on YouTube with, different influencers. So yeah, definitely a lot of YouTube traffic. For some reason, what is this? Paidcheckout.com, 3,000% increase in outgoing traffic. That's kind of weird. I don't know what that means. Maybe some of you guys can enlighten me. This is a collective effort here. I would love to know your thoughts on this stuff, so make sure you leave a comment. But yeah, these are their top paid search terms. Of course, their own brand name. Duh. So a lot of people are like, no, brand search is stupid. Like, don't do it. You're wasting money. That's actually not true. Of course, yeah, if you're spending all of your budget on brand search, maybe that's kind of dumb. But if you're not bidding on your own brand search, somebody else will. Trust me on that. So that's the best way I can put it as to why it's worth it for you to spend a little bit of money on Google brand search at least, so that other people don't, do it on your behalf and steal your traffic, which is one of the things that we can set up for you at Ecommerce Lab. So that's my agency, right? And accelerator. By the way, the premium Discord has been shaping up pretty nicely. I can't lie. I've actually been really loving how it's shaping up, and some of the people joining, we got 8-figure founders in there. You got myself in there every day. I'm engaging all the time, like literally every day. So it's pretty cool. I've been having a ton of fun with all the new members, and just discussing e-commerce stuff, even investing stuff. I mean, that's kind of my thing. I want to be an entrepreneur and an investor, right? Kind of Warren Buffett inspired approach. He always said that being an investor made him a better entrepreneur, and being an entrepreneur made him a better investor. And I can totally see that happening in my world, where the more I learn about investing, the better results I can get for our clients and for our own stores, because I understand how to allocate capital better. And believe it or not, that's a huge part of building an e-commerce business, because you have to manage capital very well in order to scale fast. And if you don't, then you can actually blow up your business, similar to how in investing, if you're not careful with allocating your capital, you could literally lose all your money. In e-commerce, same thing. If you scale too fast, it's a good thing to scale fast. But if you're not allocating capital properly, you can actually blow up your business, and even lose money in the end. It's happened to me before. So that's why the more I've learned about investing, the less that's happened and the more I've been able to grow. But yeah, I'm kind of yapping at this point. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. That's it. Peace.